Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Michelle, and today I'm going to be showing you the Thanksgiving dinner I made for my fiance, his mom, and I. And well, I hope you enjoy it. Like the video if you end up liking it, and go ahead and subscribe. Alright, I have my eggs. These are already boiled. And I have my potatoes boiling. They're almost done. I'm gonna make my potato salad. It's early, but why not? Why not get the cold food out of the way? Okay, so I ended up finishing the potato salad yesterday, and today's Tuesday, so it's the day before our Thanksgiving this year. And now I'm gonna make the cornbread for the cornbread dressing, and I'm gonna start injecting the turkeys. And for the one that doesn't have the herb one, because I got the butterball, boneless turkey breast, and this one is already wrapped with like herbs and I think butter. Yeah, it says coated. Whoa. It's coated with savory herb seasonings. So that tells me they already really have a brine on it. And so I'm gonna inject it still a little bit because I don't want it to be too salty. And then this one doesn't have anything on it. It has, well, I lied. It is processed, so it is gonna have a little bit of, water and salt around it. It shows it has sugar and other things on it. So again, I don't want to put too much salt on this whenever I make it. And I'm about to start making my cornbread in here and preheating my oven. All right, I'll be back. Okay, now the cornbread's in the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and start brining and injecting these turkeys. For this one, I'm using these injectables for Tony's. If at all you could see this, I hope. Awesome. And this one, I'm pretty much not using anything else because it has the flavoring on it. Wow. Oh. And here's a little gravy packet for it. Ooh. Alright. Well, guess who's gonna be cleaning the counter? I mean, I was gonna do it anyway, but geez Louise. Okay. I noticed. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna put that in there. Put that in there. Anyway, and I'm gonna leave the wrapping on, just figuring out which is the top. So this is the top, and what I'm gonna do is wash my hands, and I'm gonna start messing with that injection. love that it comes with everything you could possibly need, including the injection needle. Perfect. Sweet. All right. What I'm gonna do, stick this in here. You know, you gotta do like the doctors. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Yeah. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stick it and spread it. And I probably shouldn't use a whole syringe, but I'm gonna put this over here. And what I'm gonna do since this is contaminated, for the next one, I'm just gonna pour that in here and stick that needle in there so that I don't mess up the entire bottle, because I'm not gonna use the whole bottle for this. I might inject some chicken or something else later on. Better yet, I'll probably use it for the leg quarters I'm cooking for Christmas, because why not? Alright, so we just injected this. Right. So what we're gonna do now is get our plastic wrap and get that going. And what we're gonna do is leave that out a bit. I'm gonna pick this up, scoop in this plastic wrap, and do it this way. And I do want, because personally I want a little bit more of this one, just in case. I know the plastic wrap is supposed to keep it from drying out and all that, but I like to play it safe. I'm gonna cook this tomorrow whenever it's our Thanksgiving, you know? And for now, I know it looks all wrapped up, because it is, but this is the top and this is the bottom. What I'm gonna do is overnight, like right now it's about 2:15. Overnight, I'm gonna rest it on the top, and then tomorrow morning, like a couple of hours before I cook, I'm gonna flip it over and put it on the bottom. I read somewhere that it's gonna help with, you know, the juices and all the flavors. Yeah, so I'm putting this in the fridge. On a plate, of course. And y'all can call me crazy. I just washed this with Dawn dish soap so that I could put this in the fridge without it contaminating anything. Safety first. All right, so next up is this turkey, the plain one. So I got that all rinsed out, and I'm gonna open it up, because thanks, Butterball. P.S. My videos aren't sponsored. I don't think I have to say that. Now hurry up. I'm gonna clean this one and put it with the other one. And I smell my cornbread, so I'm pretty sure it's done. This one, you can tell. Ooh, But you can see the netting's still on this one, just like the other one, and just like the other one, we're gonna keep it on. Before I do the brine for it, I'm actually gonna inject it first. Now what I'm gonna do is cover it with oil on both sides. Yeah, I know that was a lot of oil, but that's why I'm doing this in a pan. A little bit more. Ah! Accidents be happening. It's fine. Everything is just fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I am gonna pour out all the excess though, because it's a lot. We're gonna season. I'm gonna use Black Hand's Zatarans just because it tastes good and it's a bird, so why not? And put a good amount. Put that on there. Get some black pepper. Oh. Rosemary. Smoked paprika for color. And a little flavor, because you know, it just be like that. And I did want it to be dark, that's why I used the paprika, so don't be too alarmed. Alright, this side. Okay, now I'm gonna make sure I'm just gonna clean these. I'll put a lot. Why not? And I know a lot of this is gonna fall off. Sweet. And look. Notice how it was super dark in the beginning and now it's just a nice cozy orange color. Nice. And I totally forgot to check on my cornbread. And I smell my cornbread, so I'm pretty sure it's done. And I smell my cornbread, so I'm pretty sure it's done. And I smell my cornbread, so I'm pretty sure it's done. It is burnt around the edges, but the benefit of this cornbread is that it's gonna be for cornbread dressing. Okay, so I'll just show it to you on camera. There you can see this is the cornbread, and you can tell that it's dark around the edges. And, well, I just said this, but it's gonna be for cornbread dressing. So we really don't have to worry about that, you know? I can like crumble it up. Once it cools, I'm gonna crumble it up a bit and get all of the dark stuff off, and boom, cornbread's done for the dressing tomorrow. All right, and now it's time to wrap this one up. Oh, the woes of using cling wrap. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do the same little whoop over here. Again, just like the other one, I'm gonna set it on the top first, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna put it back on the bottom. While I'm cleaning up, I noticed I pulled out this MSG. I didn't even use it. Alright, time to flip. Alright guys, I'm back, and today is our Thanksgiving. It's the day before. Today's Wednesday. It's about 2:30, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use my air fryer to cook my turkeys, and this air fryer doesn't have a preheat setting, but I want to preheat it anyway. At 350, and I'm just gonna start it. I'm gonna let this go for a little while, not too long, probably about 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna grab my turkeys and put them in. All right, time to get our turkey. All right, now we have our turkeys, and this is the one I seasoned and the one that came pre-seasoned. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and put them in here. After I put some water at the bottom. Sorry. After I put a little bit of water at the bottom and oil this up so it doesn't stick. Before I do this, I do want to note, I am going to cook these upside down just like I placed them overnight. So I'm going to place them upside down to cook like the fat side down. I'm going to put that down first, and then I'm going to flip it over after 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes, I'm gonna cook it until the internal temperature is about 155, 160 degrees. And then I'm gonna let it rest so it finished cooking. And then, well, after that, once it's 165 degrees on the inside, it's good to eat. That's a pretty bird. All right, over here. Oh, that side down. Hold up. Here's what they're looking like before. Oh yeah, don't forget it. There's before, the bird that I did myself, and the bird that came out of the package. Yeah, you see why I used all that smoked paprika, huh? Yeah. All right, here they go. The turkeys are cooking in the air fryer over here. I'm gonna make 2 cups of rice to make, if you can hear that, those are my cats. But I'm gonna make 2 cups of rice for my rice dressing, and earlier, like yesterday, I made the cornbread to go for the cornbread dressing. Gotta do them both. Alright, now our turkey and our rice is cooking, and now I'm gonna work on the mac and cheese. I'm making 2 boxes of this Kraft Deluxe mac and cheese. There's 2 of them. Very simple. Yes, I could make my own, but why? You know? Now, while we're waiting for that to boil, I'm gonna start on these yams. With these, I'm gonna put some light brown sugar and marshmallows, because why not? And check this out. And Sansa's just chilling with me. Sansa! She's just chilling with me today. These are the yams. Stick it in here. I am adding half a cup of brown sugar, little bit more, but you know what? I am adding a little more. Haha, why not? And I'm not putting in the marshmallows until after they're already warm. I'm also gonna add some butter. But just because you need fat whenever you're making something sweet, I'm adding a little bit of oil. That was probably about a tablespoon. So. And P.S. The turkey's almost done. So all this background that you hear is about to be over with. Well, no, I lied. Because it's going to be in there for another like 40 minutes. Can you taste this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me add regular sugar. That was probably about a quarter cup. Nice. And I like how the chunks are breaking down naturally. Like I don't have to do anything but mix. Yep. Yams. I do want to put like this in it. Syrup. Yep. These are done. You heard that? The first round of the turkey is done. All right, let's see what this is looking like. First one. Oh, okay. Oh, it smells so good. All right, cool. And for the second one, not as overwhelming as the first one, but I'm gonna flip it over. They're gonna I'm gonna cook it for like another 20 minutes before I see what the temperature is, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay. Whoop. All right, let's check on that. Turkeys are back in. I know I didn't say this, but I'm putting them back in at 375 for another 20 minutes after flipping them over to where the top side is up. That's what I'm doing with the turkeys. For this is gonna sit at a low heat. I'm gonna stir it occasionally. And I'm gonna check on my mac and cheese. And check on those noodles. After I clean this, I'm gonna check on those noodles and see where theirs are at. Alright. Let's see about these noodles. They're actually looking pretty good and fluffed up. Nice. They're soft. You can turn that off. I'm gonna go ahead and drain them. What I'm gonna do, don't mind all that stuff. It's just stuff. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna mix my mac and cheese in a tray, like a baking dish. So, I'm making store-bought mac and cheese, right? It's gonna taste like store-bought mac and cheese. Unless I put something in it. So, I'm gonna put in some cayenne pepper. Alright? Need a little kick. Gonna see about some garlic powder, some Tony's, black pepper. Well, I haven't decided between Zatarain's or Tony's yet. I'm probably gonna use Zatarain. I'm gonna use Zatarain's. And that's what I'm gonna put in it. I'm also gonna put some shredded cheese that I have in my fridge on here. It's mac and cheese. You can't have enough cheese. Now once again, I'm gonna clean this off. I'm gonna rinse this out. And I know you're probably wondering why I'm only using 1 spoon. I don't feel like cleaning up too much. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna use this 1 spoon until everything's said and done, and we need different spoons to like serve ourselves, but for now, 1 spoon. Back with the clean spoon. Now we're done with this. We're done with this pot, right? It's time to hit them with the savoir. Alright. You know, we gotta start with the Gidries. We have to start with the Gidries. All that is doing its thing. Pop this puppy open. And I'm gonna stir. I know I said 1 spoon, don't come for me. This is pretty much done and is gonna be served with this spoon. So come for me if you will. Open this up. And here's the thing. A lot of people put ground beef whenever they do this. My mom never did that. She always just used the dressing mix. And guess what? While I'm doing this, I'm about to go bake myself. Bye. I mean, I can understand why somebody would put ground meat in this just to have more like meat, but this is good enough. Got a free container. Let me just clean this. Now, also, when it comes to stuff like this, you can add beef stock or whatever stock. You can add pretty much, yeah, beef stock. And that way you get a more moist cornbread dressing or rice dressing if that's what you want. I'm not doing that today. I'm just gonna season this, like a general seasoning for this, and then I might do something special to the cornbread dressing after, but yeah, this is all I'm doing. Perfect timing. I just need to let this cook for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. And let it simmer and cook. And then I'm gonna do the next part. All right, this just went off for the second time. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. And this is the other one. It's still nice and golden. Awesome. I'm about to check the temperatures on them. This one is most certainly not even close to being done. So I'm gonna stick them back in for another 10 minutes. At 375 for 10 minutes. Now over here, this is nice and bubbling, it's hot. It still needs to simmer for a while though, like a hot while. And it smells amazing. All right. Well, this is finishing up. I'm actually gonna take half of this rice out. About half, because I have to flop it. But what I'm gonna do, since it's a rice cooker pot, I'm actually gonna take half of the dressing mix and put it in here, because that makes it super easy for me to reheat it. I'm gonna fluff this rice. Wet. That's why I took out a little more than half. Let's see how it tastes so far. All right. Yes sir, yes sir. I don't even need no more seasoning. Like, put some more rice even. I'm probably gonna have leftover rice, but I am fine with that. This is when I break out another spoon, just so I can see how much mix I have in here. This is probably gonna be for the cornbread dressing, but why not? Just put another scoop in there. About it for that. For this, I'm going to use the cornbread. I'm going to turn that down. Make sure everything's good. Just going to dump the first little bit in there and see how this fares. Actually, I think this is a pretty good amount. When I do this, I'm just gonna make sure that there's no yellow pieces. Like when you look in here, you can see that there's a yellow piece. No yellow. That's all I'm doing is making sure there's no yellow and that I don't make it dry. That's about it. So I'm gonna add a little water. Woo. Alright, there's a little bit of yellow. But it sure does look good. She. I'm gonna put a little bit more. And now is that alright? And that's gonna be it. This is good. Only needed one box of cornbread. Have some extra cornbread for another use. And now the turkey is done again. Whew. Let's see what it's reading this time. Let's see what it's reading. Alright, it's reading about 1:30 something. But still not 155. I'm gonna check this one just in case. Oh no. This one is much hotter. This one's getting there. Actually, let me get deep in there. This one's actually almost done. This second one is almost done. So I'm actually gonna let the second one sit, and the first one is gonna go in a bit more. I'm gonna say again 375, but I'm gonna say 10 minutes again because that should be good. This one's resting and should be at temp really soon. So that's gonna come up. But honestly, I want to keep it. I want to keep it together. So smart finish. But there's another 5 minutes on the second one, and that one's gonna start when the first one reaches 5 minutes, so they end at the same time. I love this air fryer. Absolutely in love with this air fryer. I'm gonna see if I can find the link for it on Amazon. It's amazing. Awesome. I just finished checking the temperature of this one. Look how glorious it looks. It's amazing. And this one we already knew was finished. It's kind of dark. I like it dark. It's gonna be all good. Also, we got marshmallows in there. This is finished. Cornbread dressing is finished. Mac and cheese is finished. The only thing that I need to do is put this in the oven. This says it's gonna take about an hour to, well, 60 to 75 minutes, which is fine because it's a dessert. We're not eating this first anyway. So I'm already preheating the oven, but I preheated it to 400. It said 375. And this is the last thing that I need to do. So we're gonna go from this into this. I ended up taking the netting off of the turkeys, but the netting cooked into the skin of the turkey, so it ended up breaking apart. So it looks like this, but that still looks good. Got all of the sides. I took the drippings from the turkey in the air fryer and I'm mixing it with some gravy, potato salad, cornbread dressing, and an oven, a pot in the oven. Alright. Hey, thanks for watching the video that I made of me cooking for my fiance, his mom, and I for Thanksgiving. Hopefully it'll be some inspiration for some of you for next year, for Thanksgiving of 2024. And that's it. And thanks again for watching. Like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Thanks. Bye, y'all.